Hi there, folks. It's Jonathan Denwood here from WP-Tonic. And in this video, you're looking to build your membership website on WordPress, which is a great idea. Maximum control, maximum flexibility, possibility of great looking website, but you need a good host. How do you make the right decision? What are the best hosts out there for your membership website? At WP-Tonic, we've got a ton of experience here. I'll be back in a few moments to help you. Coming back. So you decided to build a membership website. You're an entrepreneur or you're a organization of some type, and you want to build courses, membership on WordPress, which is a great idea. Gives you the maximum control over your course, over your future. But you also know that you need the right type of hosting. There's a lot of hosting providers out there, but a lot of them are not suitable for what you are looking to do. So how do you make the right decision, and what are the right price points? This is what this video is about. So before I go into individual hosting providers, I've got a short list where I think they will be able to provide you what you're looking for and give you some idea about the prices that you should expect to pay. I want to give you some knowledge so you can make the right decision. Now, until a few years ago, hosting was really in kind of three buckets. Number one bucket was shared hosting. You could have a big server and you could have hundreds, thousands of websites on one server, and they would all share the same resources. Then there used to be virtual private hosting, public private hosting. That was, they're all on one server, but they were separated by software. So one website didn't have the resources of another website. They were kind of cut up into little chunks using software. And the final one is you had one website or one organization that could have multiple websites, but they would own a physical server in a data center. That was the most expensive, the most secure, the most flexible. Now, over the last few years, hosting's completely changed because the technology behind hosting has changed. The three I've outlined are still there. There's a lot of very large hosting companies still have a lot of websites on shared hosting, and they still offer it because it's the cheapest. Now there's a whole new breed of hosting providers, and they base their hosting on what is called cloud hosting. There's a number of top tier providers like Amazon Web Services, Microsoft, Azure, DigitalOcean, Vultr. There's a host of providers out there that provide the hardware and they provide the hosting in the cloud. And there's a subsector of hosts that use various cloud providers to offer the most power, flexibility at an amazing price for what you're getting. WP-Tonic is one of those, right? And it uses technology like Docker, and there's a number of other technologies that that are utilized, and they use a term called droplets, which are kind of areas where your website's going to be hosted, right? And then there's a term called WordPress managed hosting. It's an extremely abused term in the WordPress space. It can literally mean anything now. What traditionally it was started by a couple companies. One of them was WP Engine that made managed hosting really popular. Is that a few years ago, You could have the three buckets that I've previously described to you. But the actual software that you utilized to manage your website, there was a few of them, but the most popular was cPanel. And companies like WP Engine, they got away from cPanel because unless you were a web professional or a power hobbyist or you liked mucking around with it, it was a bit of a nightmare, right, for the average person that just wanted a successful membership website. And they put their own interface which you could manage your website utilizing. Now, at WP-Tonic, we can provide that, but I've got to be truthful, 90 to 80% of our clientele don't want anything to do with that. They leave it all to us. So how useful it is to have that, I leave that to your decision. Like I say, we do have like 10 to 20% of people that want an interface, and we provide that for them, right? The other thing is, does the hosting provider update the plugins? And do they do it manually? Do they do it using software? The security, the backup. There's a lot of things that you need to investigate. The cheaper you go in price, the more you've got to be concerned, because based on my experience, the standards decline. Also, if you do need a support question, do they know servers, but also do they know WordPress? There's there's an intermixture of WordPress problems and hosting. Not a lot, and it also depends on what plugins you're utilizing. I could do a whole video on that. I probably will, but I'm not going to go down there today because it would be a very long video. Now, also membership has some peculiarities and necessities that a lot of other type of websites don't need. Now, depending on how many students you have, subscribers, and how many of them log in at the same time, and what they're doing when they've logged in, can be some of the most demanding scenarios for hosting. Much more demanding than e-commerce, actually. The requirements, because a lot of public facing, i.e. people aren't logging in, a lot of this hit to the server can be dispersed by using what is called caching and using modern CDN networks. So the strain on the server, the setup, will be hidden. Now, but when people are logged in, that technology can't be utilized or should not be utilized, because if it is, it's going to cause a lot of problems for you. So the actual demand on the server or the setup of multiple people logging in at the same time, like I say, it's going to be the most demanding you can have. So that's why you need good quality hosting. It's going to be fine building the site, and you can build something really on cheap hosting, but as soon as you get a few students logging in at the same time, it will all fall down very rapidly. So what are some of the providers that I would recommend to you? Obviously, I'm going to recommend WP-Tonic because me and my team, that's what we specialize in. We specialize in membership, learning management, membership plugins, community, courses, education. That's what we specialize. All our websites on Vulture high frequency servers, and we provide a package of great plugins fully licensed. And this is what we specialize in, folks. What are some of the other quality providers out there? Well, I've just mentioned WP Engine. They start at around $50 a month. You're going to get a pretty good setup. They do know what they're doing. The only thing you've got to watch out with WP Engine is that they don't specialize in membership. and they utilize a lot of caching, which is fine. They use a caching called Varnish, and they, as long as they set it up for a membership website, you are going to have to communicate with their support team, and there is going to be a bit of back and forth about it. After that initial setup, they're a quality provider. You're going to be okay with them. Another one is Pagely. Pagely starts around 99 for their pro level. They are owned by GoDaddy, but they're their premier provider. Do not host your membership website with GoDaddy, the normal GoDaddy. I could do a whole video about why you shouldn't use normal GoDaddy, but Pagely, they're a good provider, but they start at $99 a year at the present moment for their pro version, but you're going to be happy with them as well. You are getting but with WP Engine, they start at 50, but you can get to 90, past 90 very rapidly. So you're getting extra resources with Pagely, but you can soon be there with WP Engine. I think anything between $50 to $100, you're going to be looking to get the kind of hosting that can manage your initial setup with your membership website, where you can make some reasonable money at it, right? What's another provider? One that's become very popular is Rocket.net. Now, they were independent. A few months ago, they sold to one of the biggest hosting providers out there. I've just observed some people saying that what they're providing isn't so great. I don't know the truth about that, folks, because I don't use them, but they were very popular in the WordPress freelance professional area with agencies. They do start month to month at $35, but the plan I would look at is their middle plan, which is, they say, is their most popular, which is around $60. That used to be very good value, and a lot of people that do managed hosting or managing people's WordPress websites used to set up for people. I personally thought it was always a bit overblown, but there's always a hosting provider in the WordPress community that's the flavor of the month or the flavor of the year. And yeah, that's how it goes. Another great provider is Conversio. Now, I know some of the people at Conversio, they're really very knowledgeable. They specialize in high performance or websites that need a lot of power. They recently started a band of hosting that's around $35. It's really aimed at agencies that got smaller websites and multiple websites that they are managing. The one I think that's most suitable for a membership that's got a level of membership where the person can actually make some money is their product called 150, and it's around $150, but it's a meaty setup. And you get really a ton of quality support from Conversio. They are a quality provider, and you have to pay for that, right? My last one, which is a bit different than all those that I've outlined to you so far, is Cloudways. Now, Cloudways is slightly different because they're owned by DigitalOcean, which I mentioned earlier in this video. They provide a cloud-based backbone to providers, to other hosting providers. And not only Cloudways offers DigitalOcean, they offer about 4 or 5 other cloud, like Azure, like Vultr. that they offer about 4 to 5. At one stage, it looked like they were only going to offer DigitalOcean, but I think they backed off and now they offer about 5 to 6 different cloud providers. It's very difficult to tell which one. If I was using Cloudways, I would go with Vulture myself because I've always liked Vulture. So definitely look at that as a provider. I think they provide Amazon Web Services as well. So, and what they do is they put the managed hosting skin on top of the cloud provider that you choose from, and they also provide support. And they're a very reputable company, and the prices are normally a little bit more cheaper than some of the other providers that I've listed here. But the only problem is that they do expect you to know about hosting, that to have some technical knowledge, to be able to speak the lingo a little bit. I don't really recommend this for somebody that doesn't know some WordPress terms and know some hosting terms, because their support is going to expect you to be able to communicate with them at a certain level, right? But for the right type of person, but I see it more for the WordPress professional, agency, freelancer that likes Cloudways myself. Other people would have a different opinion to me, but that's my honest opinion, folks. So I've given you some good providers here and given you some insight about what you should expect to pay. So and this is still fantastic value, folks, because if you look at Kajabi, that starts at $90 and it's a cut down version. If you look at Mighty Networks or any of them, they all start at 100 and it soon goes up to 200. And you don't have all the control and flexibility that you get with WordPress. So it's fantastic value, folks, but you've got to have the right hosting provider. If you choose the right one, you won't have a lot of the problems that some people report is that they tried to build their membership website on $10, $20 hosting. It just won't work, folks. Hopefully you found this video useful. If you do, like it. And I've noticed that a lot of you binge on my videos. You watch a ton of them, but you don't subscribe to the channel. About 70, 80% of you aren't. Please subscribe to the channel. That really helps me out. And you get notified when I make a new video, so you get something out of it, and it tells YouTube that I'm doing something right. I'll see you soon, folks. Bye.